Hello and welcome back to my dumb heckin' face. For today's video, we're going to be doing my current eyebrow routine. So we're going to take them from this to looking better. Also, doing just a little dance to get ready, you know, get the blood flowing, just get prepared and ready to go. Alright, first things first, you gotta fix your brow. Make sure you're nice and centered. Okay, here we go. Focus, can we? Alright, much better. Look at them brows. Okay, so first things first, we're going to dance to Cher because we get distracted easily. Dancing Queen is on. Alright, so take an angled brush, much like this one I got from Tarte, full free, and then make sure you have a dark brow gel for the second step, or a pomade. Mine is dark brown from Makeup Revolution, give it a little taste. Oh, alright, can we just focus? Thank you. Okay, so first thing I do is I brush up on my brow hairs, because I'm going to start with the bottom. So I want to make sure that they're all facing the right direction and all tame and in their place, as they should be. So I'm going to dip into that brow pomade, just get it nice all over the angle of the brush and start with the bottom. Now I like to start and just make a nice crisp, clean line so that I can kind of see what I'm working with, but if I need to in a little bit, I can go ahead and just clean that up either with my finger, as I'm doing now. I did wash my hands before this, fun fact. And so just, you know, carving out the bottom line for my eyebrow. So I'm going to go back in with some more of the pomade and then do the same thing just on the top. This color is a little bit lighter than my actual eyebrows. So if I wanted to go for a more natural brow or something less intense, I would go ahead and just stick to this step. So I'm also going to stop where my eyebrow should start in the front. Do not go any further and do not fill it in. So I'm just going to fill in the outer parts of my brow and then draw nice little lines in the front part of my brow as so. This way it's not quite as harsh and we get a nice fade from the lighter hair strokes that are going to be more natural to the thicker parts of my brow with more hairs. So this is what we're working with so far. Next step is going to be to take either a pencil or the brow pomade if you want to keep it with the same color, a little more natural, or the pencil if you wanted it to be darker, which is what I do. For this eye, I'm going to take the dark brow gel. This one's from Anastasia, but any brow gel will do. Illuminati confirmed. So I'm just going to start on the outer tail of my brow and fill that in with the darker brow gel just so that I can get it closer to my dyed hair color, which again is a dark brown. Then doing the same thing with the front little hair strokes of my brow to make it a nice fade so it's not super light and then dark brown all of a sudden. Going back in with a little more just so I can define the hairs in the front a little bit more. And just so you're aware, as I have done here, if you over apply, that's okay. You can spoolie it out or correct it with the lighter color from the pomade in a second. Just kind of work it through or just disperse it, pick it up a little bit on the angled brush and just move it towards the end of the brow instead of being so concentrated in the front of the brow. And then just sort of correcting with my little finger, since I'm not going to be carving my brows out with concealer. And for the next little bit, I'm just going to be finishing filling in the brow, brushing it out, and getting the pigments where I want it. And finally, taking the Benefit Gimme Brow Gel to set this. I know that this is not a cruelty-free product, but it was a free sample, so I'm just trying to use it up until I purchase something different. But I'm just going to brush that through my entire brow just to make sure it has a little bit of highlight to the dark color that I put first. And that is the first brow completely done. So now I'm going to take this kind of brow and do it a little bit differently on this side. Can we please stay focused? Okay, so for the second brow, I'm going to take the Anastasia brow liner in Ebony, and I'm going to do the same exact thing just with a pencil instead of a brush. So with this one, it's a little bit easier because if you're not familiar with painting on your eyebrows essentially with a brush, with this one you can draw them on. But the same rule still applies. If you mess up a little bit, you can use your finger to correct and wipe away, as I'm doing right now. So there we have it, the same kind of line. And then I'm just going to start filling that in with the pencil just so I can get a rough outline of what my brows are going to look like when they're completely drawn on. And just kind of looking straight on to make sure that they're even and filling them in with light, slight strokes. And then double checking. You could leave them like this if you want, but I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the front hair strokes because I don't want people to question my eyebrow techniques when I am out in public. So just drawing those light hair strokes in like I did before with gel, but this time with a pencil. Either way you want to do it is fine. Any micro brow pencil will work. I also like the Maybelline one, but I just have this one. Next, I'm going to do the same step, this time with a less expensive brush. This one is a Morphe brush I got in the store. I think it was about $3, whereas the Tarte one you have to pay, I believe, $24 to get the pomade and the brush itself. However, the brush is free, so essentially you're paying for both once, and then if you continue to get a different brow pomade, you can just use that brush. And so this one I do like because, as you can see, it does almost the same sort of detailing. I just prefer the Tarte one because it is a little bit more fine of a tip, and I just think it does a better job of being precise. So I'm just, again, doing the light hair strokes, filling in the tail end of my brow with the Anastasia Brow Gel, and now I'm just going to put some on the very front so that I can do those light hair strokes in the front of my brow, because if I were to load it up on the entire brush, then I won't be able to be quite as accurate as I want to with the brush and the brow gel, and this way, you know, it just gives me a smaller surface area of product so that it'll be easier for me to get it exactly where I want it, instead of having to waste product by putting way too much all over my brow and then having to wipe it away. However, I do want to correct the shape a little bit because the front was starting to get way bigger than the rest of my brows. So I'm going to try to even them out right here, and then just doing the same thing again, taking the Benefit Gimme Brow. I believe this is in shade 4, but as I said, any brow gel will work just so you can get your brows set down. Even honestly, a clear brow gel, Essence has a great one that's very affordable, will work just fine, just so you can get them set so they won't move as you go throughout the day. And then I'm just kind of cleaning the bottom up with my finger, or you could take a brush. This one is from ColourPop, and some concealer. And that is it. That is my current brow routine done 2 different ways. As you can see, I went from this to this. Wabam! Looking much better now that we got them brows on and we don't have hardly anything there. And then just do a little dance to some more shirt, and I'll see you guys in my next video. You thinking about better days, baby?
Better days.
I'm so excited for the outtakes of this video.
See, I'm a fluffy boy, and a scruffy boy, and a fluffy boy, and a fluffy boy.